Have you ever looked back at a relationship and asked yourself, why did I fall for that person? Maybe they ignored your feelings. Maybe they gave you just enough attention to keep you hoping. Or maybe they kept hurting you. Yet somehow, you still couldn't let them go. The truth is, love isn't always a rational choice. Sometimes your brain chooses what's familiar instead of what's healthy. And once you understand why that happens, you'll never look at relationships the same way again. Love is one of the most beautiful experiences a human being can have. It can make us feel alive, inspired, and deeply connected. But love can also cloud our judgment. Many people believe they fall in love simply because they found the right person. Psychology suggests something far more fascinating. The people we're attracted to are often influenced by our past experiences, emotional patterns, and the way our brains respond to reward, familiarity, and connection. In other words, sometimes we don't fall in love with the right person. We fall in love with the person our brain already understands. Today, we'll explore the hidden psychology behind this pattern, and more importantly, how understanding it can help us build healthier, happier relationships. Our brains are naturally drawn to what feels familiar. Unfortunately, familiar doesn't always mean healthy. If your early experiences taught you that love was unpredictable, emotionally distant, or inconsistent, your brain may begin to associate those feelings with love itself. As adults, we can unconsciously seek relationships that recreate those same emotional experiences. Not because we enjoy pain, but because our minds often mistake familiarity for safety. Psychologists have long observed that people sometimes repeat emotional patterns they learned earlier in life. This can make emotionally unavailable partners feel strangely attractive, while emotionally healthy people may seem less exciting at first. But here's the truth. Excitement isn't always a sign of compatibility. Sometimes, it's simply uncertainty keeping your brain emotionally invested. So, what's actually happening inside your brain? When you begin to fall in love, your brain releases chemicals that influence the way you think and feel. One of the most important is dopamine, often called the brain's reward chemical. But dopamine doesn't just create pleasure, it creates anticipation. It makes you crave the feeling of getting something you want. This is one reason emotionally unpredictable relationships can feel so powerful. When someone gives you affection one day and becomes distant the next, your brain keeps waiting for the next moment of connection. That uncertainty can strengthen the emotional pull. But here's something many people misunderstand. Emotional intensity is not the same as emotional compatibility. A relationship that feels exciting isn't always a relationship that's healthy. Sometimes the strongest emotions come from uncertainty, not genuine connection. Another important concept in psychology is attachment style. Our earliest relationships often shape how we connect with others as adults. Some people naturally feel secure in relationships. Others become anxious and constantly worry about being left behind. And some protect themselves by pulling away whenever emotional closeness begins to grow. These patterns don't define who you are forever. They're simply learned responses, and with self-awareness, they can change. That's why two people can truly care about each other, yet still struggle to build a healthy relationship if their emotional needs and communication styles don't align. Instead of asking, why do I always fall for the wrong person? Try asking a different question. What emotional pattern am I repeating? That single question can reveal more than years of blaming yourself. Because healthy love isn't built on confusion. It isn't built on chasing someone's attention. And it certainly isn't built on constantly proving your worth. Healthy love is built on trust, respect, honest communication, and the feeling that you can be yourself without fear. So, how do you stop repeating the same cycle? It begins with one simple decision: slow down. Real love doesn't need to be rushed. When we move too fast, we often fall in love with the idea of a person instead of who they truly are. The second step is to watch actions more than words. Anyone can make promises. Anyone can say the right things. But healthy relationships are built on consistent actions, not perfect speeches. Then ask yourself one powerful question. Do I feel emotionally safe with this person? Or am I constantly anxious? That question can change everything. Healthy love doesn't leave you guessing. It doesn't make you feel like you have to earn basic respect. It creates trust. It brings peace. It allows you to be yourself without constantly fearing rejection. And finally, remember this. The right person won't ask you to lose yourself just to keep the relationship alive. Real love doesn't shrink your identity. It helps you become a better version of yourself. Sometimes the wrong person enters your life for the right reason. Not to stay forever, but to teach you a lesson you couldn't have learned any other way. Every relationship teaches us something. Some teach us how to love. Others teach us what love should never feel like. Understanding the psychology of love won't guarantee a perfect relationship, but it can help you make healthier choices. Recognize unhealthy patterns and build deeper, more meaningful connections. Because in the end, the strongest relationships aren't built on obsession. They're built on trust, respect, emotional safety, and two people who choose each other again and again. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore the psychology behind love, relationships, and human behavior, make sure to subscribe to The Brain Theory. Every week we'll uncover the hidden science behind the human mind and the relationships that shape our lives. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.